For me, as a kid from the 90s, it was normal for me and for my other comrades to tattoo a swastika. I used to have a swastika here in the middle of my chest. My name is Phillip Schlaffer from Germany, and I'm a former neo-Nazi. Today I work with young people to de-radicalize them, and I work as an anti-violence coach. In this box are questions what people are afraid of asking me to my face. Do you think your fellow neo-Nazis were evil? Well, I don't like to talk too much about my fellow neo-Nazis or the group I was in. I think I was evil as a neo-Nazi. I didn't feel anything for people. I had no empathy within me. If me and my group would have come to power, we would have destroyed the life of millions of people in Germany, in Europe. It would have come to war with our politics we wanted. So, of course, we were the reincarnated evil. Yeah, absolutely. What is the difference between neo-Nazi and Nazis? Well, that is quite easy. A Nazi is still a person who lived in the Third Reich, which is still alive. These people are nearly 100 years old. Time will take care of the old Nazis now. And neo-Nazis are people who started after 1945. So they're the new Nazis, and yeah, that's the main difference. That is the only difference. Would you be friends or date someone from a different race? Today in my new life, I would date and be friend with everybody. I sometimes get asked if I find people today. Yeah, of course I find people today but I only find them because I met them and I don't like their character or we just don't fit. But in my time as a neo-Nazi, I would have never been friend with somebody from a different race, and it would have never been possible to date somebody. I would have been thrown out of the movement. I would have been a traitor. It was even so awful that I didn't even go for foreign food or something. So that would have been an absolute no-go. Would you have ever killed someone for your beliefs? Yes. Especially as a young neo-Nazi, I was begging for war. I thought, I believed in the word from old neo-Nazis in the 90s. I met up with a lot of neo-Nazis Nazis who were still in the war, fighting for Germany, like in the Waffen-SS or in the Wehrmacht. And they had like slogans like saying, every generation needs a war to harden up, and yeah, I would have killed for my beliefs in a war, and I did not have thoughts on going just out on the streets and just stabbing people down or shooting anything. I always thought that will just change nothing. Did you like Hitler? Hitler is sort of like for a National Socialist the light of the stars. He's like he's the father of National Socialism, and he was a big hero of mine. I tattooed his signature on my arm. He was for a long time sort of hero. Do neo-Nazis believe women are second-class citizens? Maybe not second-class citizens. They are looking after an old family construct, like the man is working, the man makes the decisions, the woman looks after the children, gets the children, and raises the children. And but there are new modern Nazis who they put women in front of the camera. They walk in front of demonstrations. So the neo-Nazi movement shows, oh, we're not just neo-Nazi men here. Look at us, we have women. But in the decision, in the politics, in the parties, it's always kind of a man thing. I wouldn't say second-class citizens, but they're always a little bit below the man. That's the way it is. Do all Nazis greet each other with a salute? It depends. The Hitler salute is forbidden in Germany. It's in either way you do it, like Hitler did, or with a resistance W, or a straight hand outed. It's all forbidden. You can go to prison for that, or pay like a very big fine, like 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000 pounds. So neo-Nazis do it just in countries where it's allowed. But it is, there are some greetings, like with our comrade group, we greeted ourselves like this. This is like touching the bloodline, yeah. And there are some salutes, but most of them just giving a hand like everybody else. But they often say something like "Hail to you, comrade," or something, yeah. Do you have to have a swastika tattoo as a neo-Nazi? No. Today, the people rather say neo-Nazis have to stay away from the swastika. Yeah, I think there's no other symbol in the world that you can shock the people more than with the swastika. And neo-Nazis are trying to pull in people from the middle of society to their politics, and you can't do that with a swastika. So new neo-Nazis try, when they get a tattoo, not to use the swastikas anymore. For me, as a kid from the 90s, it was normal for me and for my other comrades to tattoo a swastika. I used to have a swastika here in the middle of my chest. I had things like the Waffen-SS runes and everything on my body, but neo-Nazis today try not to use these things. What is the difference between neo-Nazis and the KKK? The KKK, the Ku Klux Klan from the US, is a very is a white power thing. It's a southern state thing. Very Christian, yeah. Like some of the KKK say, Jesus even was born in the USA. Yeah. We as neo-Nazis from Germany, we looked at the people from the KKK. We looked down on them, just like being like sort of rednecks from the USA, not deep into politics, into the National Socialist thing. We just see them as racists. Neo-Nazis, it's more about politics and changing the whole system. And the KKK is just a racist Christian thing. Have you read Mein Kampf? Yes, of course, I've read Mein Kampf. It's a book from Adolf Hitler. He wrote when he was imprisoned, 1923 till 1925. For every National Socialist in the German movement, it is like a thing you have to do to read Mein Kampf. It is a very strange book. I've read it 2 times after my de-radicalization, and I thought, wow, what silly things and awful things are in this book. When the German people would have read this book before, they would have known where it would end, in the Holocaust and in a Great War. In Germany, you say Mein Kampf is the most sold and unread book in history. Why do neo-Nazis have shaved heads when Nazis in the 1930s, 40s didn't? This came over and was adapted from the right-wing movement because it is like a scary look, and when you go like with 30, 40 skinheads down the street and you shout out and you're like with the tattoos, shaved heads and the boots, you just look very scary. I think you have to lose the thought that the skinheads are the far right now. I think this has gone away. This was in the 90s, very big in Germany. It is now that you have like a shaved head, just like I look now today. You have your hair to the side. Do you think anyone has the potential to become a neo-Nazi? We all are proven in our life with sadness, and things happen in our life which makes times difficult. And I think in every one of us is a murder. Yeah, just the right buttons have to be pressed, and the bad things may happen, or we defend our family and everything. I think you can radicalize everybody. I think that is especially when people are young and they are not informed about life and have problems. So I think, yeah, everybody can become a neo-Nazi. Would you tell your children about your past? Yeah, I have a stepson and he's 13 years old. He's here today with me. I think it's important not to do a secret out of my life. He doesn't know everything I did, but I try to give him things that I was missing as a child, and to talk about the fears he maybe has, or the fear I had as a child, to try my best that he doesn't go anywhere on my way, anywhere near. So yeah, I'm very open to that, and I try to talk to as many children and young people as I can to warn about this neo-Nazi movement and the white power movement, not to go this way, not to destroy their lives or to destroy the life of others. Most of the people in the neo-Nazi scene are looking for a new Führer, like a strong man. Isn't allowed to be a woman, yeah, for a neo-Nazi. So they're looking for a strong man. Like in German, you say we need a little Hitler, yeah.